Okay. All right, you guys, I don't know. Let me see what's going on over here. Let me see if I go to YouTube, my channel. I may be live over here. Okay, I think I am. Hi, Picola. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. All right, for whatever reason, it's just not working on that other computer. I'm about ready to go cuckoo. Let me call Colleen real quick. Hi, Orla. Hi, Mitz. Oh my gosh, this has been such a crazy thing. I don't know what the hell it's doing. So just bear with me a minute, you guys. Yeah, this has been frustration. There we go. Okay. All right. I just went ahead and entered one of those broadcasts that were there and hit go live, and I'm live now. And it seems to be working, so it almost has to be my streaming computer is having an issue. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. If you re-enter one of the ones you have reminders on, you can go back in.
Yep.
Okay, good.
And that worked. So thank you so much for your help. If you were here, I would squeeze you around the neck and kiss you on the lips. All right, I'm going to get paint and get this frustration out of me.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you. Thanks so much. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Colleen was trying to help me. My little angel, Dee Dee, was calling. It was like, I don't know what to do first or next. So anyway, and then in the middle of it, Lane brought me up a present, which was really nice. I'm actually streaming right now on Robert's computer. Yeah, I won't even go into all the issues. It was just issues. I was having issues. I don't like issues. When stuff like this happens, honestly, I think I'm going to throw everything away and go buy all brand new. All right. Hi, Vaughn. It's frustration. Hi, Lane. So we'll just give people a chance to come over. It might be a small audience. They might have just absolutely given up on me. And I would say I can't blame you. Go do something fun. For real. So let's get a pop-out chat here. I'm going to paint and become unfrustrated, like really fast, I hope. Oh, all right. Give me a second because I've got to plug my phone in. It's almost empty too. Just another frustration. That's so weird though. Never had an issue before. Today's my day. So hi, you guys. All right, I just got a little package from Amy. She says, hi, neighbor. Here are a couple small cutters to save your nice X-Acto and a bookmark that looks like its butt is sticking out. This is from Amy. So she just sent her husband up with these. What are these little things? Oh, little baby box cutters. That's nice. And it looks like its little butt is sticking out. Oh my God, Amy, you're too funny. Its little butt, see? It's the ass end of a cat. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Colleen. Thank you. Hi, Lena. Yeah. Thanks, Amy. I'll play with them in a little while. And then I'll show you my other fun Happy Meal I got. I got a mess here. There's Focus, you freak. And I got my palette ready for when I paint. But before I do that, I want to show you guys. There's Amy in chat sending me up little cat butts. The other day I got a package kind of out of the blue. You told me, thank you, Jamie Idge. You finally found me, Eileen. I've been hiding from you for almost 45 minutes, but damn it, you found me. Anyway, I got a package kind of out of the blue the other day, and it was a package from my niece. And she always finds the coolest stuff. And look at this packaging, you guys. It's Stone Ground Paint Company in these cool little boxes. The packaging is just so well done. You know, like I love a good box. And these are handmade in Canada. I've never heard of these. Never heard of them. Not once. Hi, CB. I made it to my own stream. Hi, Nashua, Kimberly, anybody else I miss. And look at this. Colleen, look at the little house it's in. You get 6 colors in here, and these are all like just your basic colors. Yellow, red, blue, Mayan. This is a Mayan set, obviously, the Mayan palette. Mayan royal blue, indigo blue, and green. But this little spacer was in there, and look at that adorable little house. OMG. And I kept all this together so I could show you guys. Look at that. Hi, Kathy. Take out watercolors and they mess up YouTube. So look at those. And I did mess with them a little bit. These are handmade in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. And a lot of people would say, what the heck? Where's Regina? And believe it or not, I've been there so many times. Regina is in northern Saskatchewan. My dad used to take us every summer to a place called Waskesiu. And Regina was the last city that we would go through before we got on the road to Waskesiu. And if you go further up from there, it's dirt road up to Larange. And when you get to Larange, you're virtually at the end of the earth, as far north as you can go on road in Saskatchewan. Now, it might be different now because that was when I was a kid, and that's many years ago. So these little things are glued in. And she sent me a separate one with Armenian ochre purple and gamboge. The ochre purple reminds me of, what's that color that's made out of bone? I know, Kui's such a sweetheart. So look at those little baby paints. Now I have been to their website, obviously. I had to go to their website immediately. That's how I found out they were in Regina. And they're made with, what'd they say, superior, you know, the powder pigments plus superior gum arabic. And they just move really, really nice. I haven't done anything with them though yet, right? And then in the same box was this. All right, Kathy Arbor, it's my turn to enable you. I'm going to tighten my camera up here a little bit. Modern Watercolor Botanicals. And this is really a nice book. What Kathy say? Us? Yeah, I think she should do a flip through video of her file folder too. So this is like 10-inch by almost 10-inch. So it's almost perfectly square book. And it starts, you know, like from beginning right through. It's such a nice book. It's so well done. Another flower book. I know, right? Hi, Dabbler. Anybody I might have missed? I'll just flip through it real quick. I got to move my waters here, though. You can't ever have too many flower books, right, Kathy Arbor? No such thing. And it's going to be hard for me to show both sides, so you'll just see the middle part of it. I'll just flip through. But there's a section on like layering with gouache. She gives you the artwork in the back. I probably won't use the artwork. And it smells so good. But she gives you step outs of each of the, everything you have to do to make each of the projects. So I really like this, and it's just so well done. Rose peony, small petals. Hey, Lena, if your peony doesn't come up, I can paint you one because I got the instructions right here. So what's this? Draping Botanicals and Why Art, Mindfulness with Watercolor. And then she does a lot of instruction, which almost every watercolor book does, you know, wet on wet, wet on dry, blah, blah, blah. The book is really yummy. It is really, really yummy. And I've read the first part of it, which so far it's been everything I know. Pencil and ink, watercolor and ink, which I love a lot. May or may not do that today. I don't know. Finishing the terracotta pot. So talks about layering watercolor, layering and complementary colors. So I think, you know, if I read it and go through it, I will learn a lot. But I learn mostly, I think, just by doing, making mistakes and going, duh, don't ever do that again. So yeah, it's really, really a beautiful book.
An idiot is attempting
Beautiful
to
book.
reach you on your cellular device.
Now people are calling me.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Hi, Dee Dee. Nope, I'm live. You need to come on over. Okay, bye. She's going, did you give up? I should have called her back. She did call me when I was on the phone with Colleen. But I think it is a great book, Kathy. Talks about palettes. And I've been thinking, and those of you that watercolor, tell me what you think. But I think for a while, I might try a limited palette just because I read people who do it and they say that they learn so much from doing it. What do you guys think about that? Because I have every color. I mean, I think I have every color. But I'm thinking maybe for a while, just make myself work with a limited palette. It's a beautiful book. If you want to see more of it, ask me. I'll get it out. But yeah. All right. Apparently notifications didn't go out. Oh, because you know what? I went into one of those old broadcasts to start again, and I'm actually working with Robert's computer. So I don't know why my you learn how to mix your own colors. Yes, Kathy, I'm thinking that might be a good thing to do for a while, just to stretch myself. So I thought today. Eileen hates this, but today I'm going to do something. And if I hadn't had so much frustration already, I would have just given up already. So blind pick 6 colors and use them. Too late, Eileen. Look at, I already have my colors already picked out. Not exactly a limited palette, is it? Hi, Teresa. So anyway, what I did was this is a napkin that I had that I just cut out the birds that I thought were especially pretty. What book is this? This is the 8x8 Arteza watercolor journal, Kathy, and I've just been playing in it. Wasn't sure if I would like it or not. So far I am enjoying it. I like the format, the 8x8. And this is watercolor. I just drew the stencil out and then watercolored it. And that should look familiar to Dee Dee because that's her envelope. So yeah, and then these are just napkins that I cut out what I wanted to try and duplicate. And I'm going to try and match them as best I can. It is very similar to bee paper. I like it, Kathy. It's obviously inexpensive watercolor. When you look at this on Amazon for the Arteza watercolor ones, you get 2 in a pack. So I gave one to Amy, and then I decided to play with this one. So I did some experiments in the back, and I did the exact same experiments with, I thought I folded that and kept it. I guess not. Anyway, I just did some experiments to see how it was going to behave. And I think it did really, really good. Equivalent of bee paper, yes. Where did I find the beautiful bird napkins? I think I bought them at Tuesday morning. I think. Let me look, CB. Let me write myself a note. Let me look and see if I have more. But yeah, I love these birds. And then the other day, Kathy Arbor was doing something where some birds were on some wires, and I thought, oh, I want to do that too. But I'm going to try the birds first. So I'm going to use like a silver black velvet number size 6 because they're fairly small. And I did go ahead. Can you guys see? I'll put you down quickly so you can see. As best I could, I went ahead and sketched out the birds. And the name of the journal is Arteza, and the size is 8 by 8. And I have to say, I don't have a problem with the paper. Now, one thing you guys should know, if you're using inexpensive paper, paints, whatever, you're not going to get artist quality. It's not going to be light fast, blah, 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 blah. But believe me, I'm learning. So I'm fine with this. And I did tell Kui the other day that I really liked the caddy paper that she had gotten in India. And she said, oh, I'm in India. I'll look for some more and bring it home to you. So I'll have more of the caddy paper coming. And today I'm using the Mission Gold 24 set that Scooby-Doo sent me. I really like these colors. So, yeah. So what else do you need to know before I get painting? You like Arteza watercolor books too, and I love the square size, Lena. And that may cloud how I feel about them, because the 8 by 8 size to me is just the best. Caddy, yeah, she's in India where they make it, so she's gonna bring some home, and she's coming to see me either I think June or July. I can't remember now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with I always start with the lightest colors first. And I got a little paper towel over here to blot off on. So here we go. Keep your fingers crossed that this works. I'm going to do wet on wet in here. I didn't use any masking fluid or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. So hopefully you guys can see okay. If I need to bring in, holler at me. These were about, I don't know, 10-minute sketches would be my guess. So, but I tried to keep them much the same size. It's not going to be exact, but I might have wished I'd used a little bit of the darker yellow, right? Okay, Eileen, it's time for you to go take a nap. And I guess this may be the first time I've kind of done this wet on this paper. That may make a difference in how much I love it too, how it behaves, how fast it dries out. And so far it's staying pretty moist, not back here, but so I'll probably get quiet because this is usually the stuff I'm doing when I get really quiet. Not much new. We are having some nice weather here. I have to say that. Spring is coming. My daffodils are up, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to tease that green up into the yellow a little bit. You are napping? Okay. Hi, Joan. Hi, Jilly. Debbie. People have come in since I started. I don't really have a good light blue. Yeah, that's not going to be it. While this is drying, I'll move on to something else. I'm going to put the dark blue into his beak right now. Let that dry. I'm impatient, and so waiting for watercolor to dry is kind of a challenge for me. But I do try as much as I can to let it dry naturally. You're going to work in your Zentangle cards while I'm watching. Good idea, Pink Hut. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Thanks for coming. Hi, Sharon. Wowza. I did not draw these. I'm duplicating these. So don't get all excited thinking I got all artsy on you guys. That's not mine. That's what I'm duplicating. Now I'm going to move over to this one while that one over there dries. That's one nice thing about working on multiples at a time. One can dry while I'm working on the others. I'm trying to get comfortable here. All right. I'm not sure how I got green on there already. What a mess I am. All right. I'm going to quickly sketch in some of the design on his wings so I don't have to think about it too much while I'm doing this. Okay. Hopefully that'll disappear. It will, because I'm going to add black. And I'm going to go ahead and do this wing kind of with the green yellow. And then I'll add the black on top, I think. Best way to do it, I'm thinking, I'm hoping. Little cat hair. I don't charge extra for the cat hairs. No, I'm new. I've been watching your videos. Thank you so much, Pink Hut. You're impressed with the sketches. Well, thanks. They're not hard to do, you guys. Just sit down and do them. That's pretty much the best advice I can give you, is just make yourself sit down and do them. And I'm probably going to approach all this really weird to you guys, but I usually work dark to light. I'll go ahead and do some of the flowers now since it's got yellow in it. And I don't care if these match exactly. Reasonable facsimile will be happy for me. That has almost no yellow in it, so. Sorry I get so quiet, you guys. I can't help it. I'm kind of thinking as I go. Check in chat here and there. If you're going to talk to me, put it all in caps. I have a better chance of seeing it when I look over. When I'm doing this, I don't look over very much. Sorry. Move it up. Where's Eileen when I need her? Yeah, this is the Arteza 8x8 watercolor. Hard to watch chat when watercoloring. I know it is. It's hard to watercolor and talk. Paint moves fast and dries. Yes, that's true. But I'm glad I'm working on 3 things at once, because then while one's drying, I can come back and I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, because I don't want the green that I'm going to add down here to move up there. And while I'm doing the orange in here, I'm going to go ahead and add this in up here real quick. I don't really have orange, so I just mixed it real quick. All right. More green. I guess I could move my palette down where maybe you guys could see it while I'm mixing and doing stuff. I'm using that same light green and adding just a little bit of, what is it called? Hooker. A little bit darker green. Want a little bit more of the dark. I don't think I got out any of the phthalo green. All right, that's a nice dark green. And the detail on the feathers, I will come back and add either with colored pencils or ink. I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet. I do love watercolors and ink together, though. I really, really do. No, these are not tubes of Arteza watercolor paint. These are the Mission Gold. I got a set of 24. Scooby sent them to me. And I have to say, for most everything I paint, I love them. I love them so much. The colors are amazing, awesome. Yeah, I really like the Mission Gold. Can you guys see that okay? I have to bring this camera down a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the initial light green on all these buds of the flowers. Oh, and I didn't get out the light blue. I'll have to get that out. So this is fairly easy. It's just pick a color and then do the detail later. Watching my sketch, seeing. I'm not sure that watercolor is a whole hell of a lot of fun to watch, but I have to say that there's something really satisfying about doing it. And I don't know if I do it right, wrong. I don't know. I don't even know if there is a right, wrong, and I don't worry about it either way. How about that? I try and watch as many watercolor people as I have time for, see how they do it, and it seems like everybody kind of does it their own way. So I think you just got to do it and learn. But there is something, and I never thought I would say this, but there is something very satisfying about it. Working on many at a time. Yeah, I think it's just easier because then one can be drawing while the others, you're working on something else. That's kind of why I put 3 on a page, because if you have to dry it, I don't know. I like to just let it dry. However, it's going to dry. And a little bit you have to think ahead about, what needs to dry first before you can put something else over it. And I think that comes with just experience. But I like having the reference right here where I can kind of watch really closely and then look over and see if my thinking is correct, So just don't put your hand in the wet paint. That really is enough to tick you off. And I'm getting real close over here, so I got to be careful. One thing about this paper, when I was sketching and drawing, I had to erase, and when I went to paint here, I recognized the paper it looks like it's pilling a little bit, but I erased. This paper does not erase well, so that was why I kind of left my sketch marks, because after I discovered that, I was like, I can't erase on this paper. And now I see the results of that. The paper is rougher there. I don't think it's going to make any difference in the long run, but that's something to think about too. And I also thought too, I could have drawn this sketch with water-soluble pencils. Hi, Dorothy. So that the sketch itself would have disappeared into the painting itself, but I didn't. I used graphite. And the next, if I find something I want to paint, I want to use my graph tint pencils, Derwent graph tint pencils, to do the sketch, because they're water soluble and they'll disappear into the background. All right, what do I got going on here? Oh, I forgot one of these. I'll just paint it in. Bad sketch. It's all right. We'll just add it. Whether it's there or whether it's not, doesn't matter. So I hope you guys are working on something. What did I do this morning during Dee Dee? I watched her mostly. Oh, I set up the beast for March because I hadn't done that yet. So I was there and I wasn't. Let's see, this one, I'm going to do it. Okay, that can dry now. Go ahead and put the light green on this bird up here. We'll add some to some of these leaves. I didn't draw the leaf coming out here either, so I'll just go ahead and add it. So hi to anybody I might have missed. Hi, Karen. Karen's my wingman today since E.T.'s decided to nap. She's not happy when I watercolor, but oh well. And the reason I saved the green part of this body until after that wing had dried is because I didn't want it all smushed together. So smush is a technical term that a lot of watercolor people use. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. I wanted a line there, and actually I'm going to, no, I don't want that darker, do I? I want it lighter. And I'll add the detail at the very end. Just a whole process, you know? Okay, check chat. I got my Jonna Scraps package today. Had to pay duty to get it though. That's a bummer. What did somebody ask about? Oh, what pencil was? I just used a Graph Gear pencil to draw the birds. Yeah, I just used. It was, I think I used either the 05 or the 03 so that the lights would be, or the lines would be really, really light. And I did not push down. So hopefully the lines are going to disappear as I go through this. All right, that purple is really, really, really light. So I think I'm going to leave it for a little while. There is a little bit of yellow, orange in this flower down here. So let's go ahead and put it in and let it dry. And up here in the bud of this flower, we'll go ahead and add that. It's the little things, you guys. Probably more red than I wanted, but that's okay. My heart is all a butter bird flutter. I want to grow up and paint that lovely. You just have to, you know, I am a firm believer in Dee Dee's approach that if you want to get good at something, anything, it doesn't matter what it is. You got to sit your butt down and do it. And that's why I'm watercoloring today rather than throwing magicals around. Because you got to sit down and do it. That's just what I've learned. I agree with Dee Dee. I'm going to get out a little bit of M. Graham because I want that light blue turquoise for this bird up here. And I don't have that in the Mission Gold, so I'll just get some out of here and use it because I do want that. And I suppose I could mix it, but I'm not gonna. How about that? I'm just not gonna. Don't need a whole lot of it, just a little bit. All right, and for this next section up here, the blue in this bird, I'm gonna go ahead and get the paper wet first and then drop the paint into it. Thank you, Tracy. Welcome, by the way. Check your settings. I think YouTube just booted my butt down. Yeah, that's better now. Okay. So yeah, if you get a crappy picture, check your settings. And I do have 2 containers of water over here. One clean, one to wash my brush off in. Hope you guys are seeing okay. And you guys, I don't know what makes me decide to use like one paint set over another. I really don't. Like I said, I was going to force myself to start using a limited palette because I don't know what makes me make the decisions I make, other than maybe I use one set because I have different colors available. But I don't think it matters. I think you can make beautiful art with whatever you have. So if you have Crayola, use your Crayola. I'm just a person that has a really hard time saying no to myself. So if there's something new or, yeah, you know how easily I'm enabled. I hang out with Eileen. Are you kidding me? But yeah, don't be intimidated by the paints you have available or you don't have available. Dig in and paint with whatever you've got. If it's a set of Crayola, Arteza. I actually was reading a book the other day where the woman was using Reeves paint, which I think is Michael's brand, or it's an inexpensive brand. Hi, Ian. Bye, APG Jamie Edge. Thanks for coming. We'll catch you later. And man, there was absolutely nothing wrong with her ability to paint. She was using really inexpensive paints, and her paintings were absolutely gorgeous. So don't be intimidated by supplies or lack of supplies. That's a bad excuse for not doing something. I'm liking that bird now. He's looking really. He could come eat out of my feeder any day. Okay, I think I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I do want some dark in there though. Not much though. Keep your fingers crossed that this works. Okay, that's good. The color I'm introducing here is indigo. And I like that. It's almost like Payne's Gray. Reeves belongs to Winsor Newton. Okay, thanks, Ian. I knew it was their okay, I even think Reeves is a Windsor. Lena said the same thing. I need to read chat. So should be super compared to the price. Yeah, I know Reeves, we get them here. And the Reeves are, I would say, a less expensive version. But I have to say, I bought some Winsor and Newton cotton, and I was not a huge fan. They weren't horrible, but I would say I liked the Crayola even a little bit better. But man, she did some beautiful paintings with those Reeves. You know what? That's a book I have. I maybe haven't showed you guys. I may need to do that. Find that book because I was just reading it night before last. Okay, that's going to be blue. Thinking here. Okay. I'll go ahead while I've got the blue going, and this is dry down here. Go ahead and introduce that light blue down here now. I guess with birds, their coloring like this is really important. So trying to do it justice as best I can. starting to build up the color and it's looking really nice. Your Cotman set is crap. Cotman is student quality. Yeah, I was not a fan. Hi, Janet. Other Janet. So there we are. Kind of second stage of the birds here. I'm liking it so far, you guys. All right, let's see what we'll do to this little guy over here. I kind of lost my blue down in here, so I'm going to go ahead and add it back. I'll add some of that lighter blue. That I want to leave real light, that bright yellow. Add a little bit of blue down in his tail here. I'm glad I got a little bit left. His little eyeball is surrounded by that bluish green, so, and I don't know how well the colors are showing up, but anyway, the flowers down here are completely dry, so we'll go ahead and add some more to the flowers. I'll do the green. I got to add some more of the light green. I like using these palettes because if I don't finish a project, all I have to do is write on this what project it's for, and then I don't have to try and remember the colors of paint that I use, because I'm not good at that sort of stuff. My memory is crap. Thank you, Janet. All right, we're going to add the green to the flowers. Hope you guys are seeing okay. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the file folder project that Kathy, if any of you follow Kathy Arbor, they're doing a file folder, 1 per month, I think is what they're doing, to draw in, to glue in, whatever you want to do with it. And I'd been going back and forth thinking, oh my gosh, I don't even have the scavenger hunt done yet. I got enough projects. I want a watercolor, blah, blah, blah. Million excuses why I can't do it. But I hadn't really decided. I thought, well, I have all this scrapbook paper that I bought here and there that I need to go ahead and use. You know, there's no good reason not to do it. Just have to find more time in the day, you know. And then that damn Eileen goes ahead and posts hers. If you don't follow Eileen on Twitter, go take a look at her file folder that she just posted on Twitter. It is so gorgeous. Now I'm like, well, why would I want to participate in this project? Because look at what she's done. It is gorgeous, Eileen. I have to say, man, I wish you'd stream and show us all the crap you've got and how amazing your stuff is, because that file folder is amazeballs. It really is. Slightly jelly. And now I'm feeling intimidated by the whole damn thing. I know, right? I can't even say anything bad about it because it's so gorgeous. You never see her art on Twitter? Maybe if you search directly for her, Sharon. Exactly, Lena. It's turning into a movie. Yep. Movie requisite. There you go. Yeah, it's really, really gorgeous. So now I'm all intimidated and don't want to play the game with anybody because y'all intimidate me. Okay, I'm going to have to make this really, really, really light. And I don't have a lot of room here, so. That's not even light enough. It's going to have to do. This is the lightest color. I should have done it first, but I thought, well, if I give myself some parameters, might be easy. But yeah, go look at Eileen's file folder book. I've never really done anything like that. But until I started hanging out with you goofballs, I never had pattern paper. I think Elaine was with me. The first pattern, well, I think the first pattern paper I ever bought, we actually bought one together and split it because there was multiple sheets. And I thought, well, hell, I don't need all that. So, and I still have it left. I mean, I haven't used it. So I need to use it. I don't think E.T. did it. I think she seduced. You think? No, it was gorgeous. Okay, that's going to be dark. Now I'm adding a little bit of the dark rose. Almost put my hand in that. You don't want to do that. One nice thing about watercolor is you can fix errors. So but it's better if you don't have to. Okay, that's looking pretty. I like that. Is it on Eileen's blog? I know, Kathy, you should be. Feel privileged that she made a video just for you. She's never done that for me. I can say that in all honesty. She's never done anything like that for me. But I've never asked her to do something as awesome as that either. Now, the wetness of that paper right in there to do what I wanted to do was absolutely perfect. That's the sort of thing in watercolor that I wish you could control. I'm not sure that you can, but the wetness of that right there to get that paint to move like that was perfect, really perfect. And when you know it's right, it's just like, oh, cool. I love when a plan comes together. That I'm going to do purple. That I'm going to leave light. Add some little bit of dark in here. UPS just went screaming by. I don't have anything out for order. I think he's early today. Thanks, Elaine. So far, I'm liking it. It's working out pretty good. Forgot a little bit of green over here. I'm going to go ahead and add it back in. All right, we'll let that dry, and then we'll go back and work on the other colors. Now I want to add the blue back in here. A lighter color. Okay, that's good. Add a lot of white to that purple, or a lot of water, because I want it clear. In fact, I think I need a page in the back where I can just test. Okay, that's light. Can you guys see okay? Is everybody going to sleep already? I know Eileen is. She's sound asleep, that girl. Or sitting on the couch with her cats eating mint Milano cookies. What? She'll come on and say, "How did you know?" I know you, girl. All right, I want just a hint of blue in that purple. I shouldn't have done this blue up here if I don't want it to run into that purple, because that purple's still wet. So that was a dumbass thing to do. Don't be like me. And try and keep it away. I'll come back in and add some here in a minute, but that was a dumbass thing to do. Not you, you're painting. You thought you heard snoring? Yeah, that's Eileen. Tawanda Sue, thank you so much. I can say that for all the streamers. We appreciate all the viewers who support us always. Now I'm just getting picky. Adding a little bit of yellow down in there. A little bit more here to his chest. I think if you add a lot of layers of color, it just looks better. Hey, Artie Dar. I'm glad you're here. Artie, well, I'm going to take a break real quick because I don't know when Artie Dar will show up again. The other day when you were here, you asked me to pull out some of my homework, and I did, believe it or not. I know there was more than this, but yeah, we're going to take a break here. Rabbit trail. We'll just let this sit and dry for a minute while I show Artie Dar. See if this brings back memories for Artie Dar. Artie Dar used to stream on Friday evenings. And I loved her homework because it got me off my butt and got me doing stuff. So this was one of them. I don't remember. I wish I'd written down the prompts, Dar. I don't know if your prompt was postage. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but this is like some pains of birds. And what am I doing today? Birds. So this was one of your homeworks. And this was, I did on, the background is a jelly print, one of my early jelly prints. And then these little birds are actually glued on top. So let's see what else is in here. And the rest of these look like, I don't remember if this was homework or not, Dar. A big old Zentangle octopus on top of jelly prints. Jelly prints. There's another one of the same thing. No, that's a photocopy of this one. And then I added the red to it because I didn't want to draw on the original. And the rest of these are all just jelly prints. This is just a journal that I probably had prepared to work in and just never have done much else. Because then Artie Dar quit streaming and we didn't have any more homework to do. Yeah, these were all just jelly prints. Early jelly prints. So that was one of them. Here's another one. I think the prompt for this one was insects. And this is a homemade journal with just texture paste on the outside. So that was one of them. Let's see what else. And this one I started. Always believe something wonderful is about to happen, but I never finished it. Backgrounds. There's Zentangle. We all have a story to tell. I was going to write something in there too. And I don't remember if these were homework prompts or not. We grow neither better nor worse as we grow older, but more like ourselves. I don't remember now, Dar, but I tried to keep all your homework in one place. So we should all do what in the long run gives us joy, even if it's only picking grapes or sorting the laundry. Stars can't shine without darkness. So this is some old stuff, man. Yeah, you streamed for a long time. Okay, this one I think was puzzles. Dar, I don't remember, but that's a puzzle page. And then you did a tribute page. And this was a tribute to my mother. And I know this was homework of yours. I don't know if the prompt was mother, if it was tribute. I don't know what it was, but this was a tribute to Mom. My mother loved to pick up seashells. She loved to play dominoes. Her name was Helen Louise. She spent winters in South Padre Island, Texas, and she was a president of the shell club and all that. And then I wrote about my mother. I'll try not to cry. A child of Helen Louise knew they were loved. She had the unique ability to help you always see the silver lining. She was sought out for her willingness to listen, truly loved by all. I was fortunate to be one of her children. Oh, and she had a knack for finding four-leaf clovers like nobody else. So, miss her every day for sure. This was another one of Artie Dar's homeworks. I don't remember the prompt. Don't remember the prompt at all, but follow your dreams. So I did the Wizard of Oz. Here's a tribute to Little Mary. When you, Mary, if she ever did that poem, Mary, quite contrary, this is the way she said it. Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and one damn petunia. So I went ahead and did the tribute to Mary. This was Mary and her little dog, Ziggy. And there's one damn petunia down there. She was 93 when I did that. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. This is my daily mantra. And the rest of the book is empty. So those were the three that I found, Artie Dar, and I just used a book that I picked up at a thrift shop for these, gessoed over the pages, and went to work in them. So Dar, you made an impression, girl. I don't think there was any in this one. Nope. All right, back to our watercoloring. So those were some old journal pages. And I didn't break down bawling about the one for Mom, so that's good. Just a slightly little bit choked up. But that was so true about my mother. If you were her child, you absolutely knew you were loved. And I think all kids should feel like that. And we did. So we were very, very fortunate children. And you could say that about my dad too, but more so Mom. She could be a very maddening person, but you knew you were loved if you were her kid. Holy crap, that looks like all napkins. What looks like all napkins? Okay, I'm going to get some of that really pretty blue. I think this is the one. Yep. Now I can put those journals back. Too much water. Thank you, Mary. E.T. woke up. What'd she wake up? She's looking for somebody else to go watch. Is Xander streaming tonight? I hadn't heard that. Did Z? Oh, that Z did. No, Z didn't stream yesterday because her daughter couldn't get on the ferry. So, yeah. So I guess Z will be streaming. I don't think I know a time, Eileen. Trying to get just a little tiny bit of that dark. There we go. All right, let's see how that dries up. Because I'm about ready to start adding black to that. Yeah, baby. Okay, Joan said 7 Eastern, which is 6 my time. All right, we're going to go ahead and add the red to his head. I should have done that when I was doing this earlier, but no big deal. Oops. I want that really light pinkish color again. That almost looks like fluorescent, doesn't it? I'll let that dry. Go back down here and finish these flowers, and then I'm snuffling again today because I can't stay away from the milk. I need some little bit more purple. I lightened it too much. They had the branch purple, so I'm going to make mine purple. Thanks, Dabbler. Hi, Kathy. You've probably been doing something really healthy. Or arty. All right. Go ahead and just checking where I can lay my hand here. Still make sure you guys can see. I'm not going to get anywhere near that red paint that I just put down because I don't want it to bleed into it, but I do want the purple on the top of this guy's little head. And then I'll come back and fix it later. All right, I'm going to add some more purple, get a darker purple. I think I'm done with the light. So I'll get some little bit darker purple here. Put a little bit of shadow onto the branch. What's the book I'm working from? The pictures that I'm painting from, I'm using as a reference, those were napkins. The book I'm painting in is the 8x8 Arteza watercolor journal. I got it off Amazon. They come two to a set. And I like them. I mean, there's definitely better papers out there, but for what I'm doing, I like them. I like them a lot. Okay. I'm going to come back down to this one. I'll let that one dry. Then I'll get that purple on his head. And we're not too far from starting to add some detail here. So add a little bit of the darker. Make sure it's dark enough. I wish I had, what color did that come out to be? I really need a little bit of brown here. Let me get some out of this palette. Can't remember. Yeah, I think that's the darkest one. Okay, good. The fine detail I'll come back in and get with probably my pen a little bit later. The rat is home. That'll be brown. That's brown. Hi, honey. You can talk. It's okay.
Did the doc guy come by yet?
No, nobody's come by.
Okay.
Lane came by. Otherwise, I haven't seen anybody since you left.
Okay.
Oh, and I have your computer. I don't know what. My streaming computer wouldn't work today, so I went and got yours.
You did what now?
I have your computer, so if you go downstairs and your computer is missing, we were not robbed. I have it. I'm streaming on it. I don't know why. The streaming computer just caused me fits today. It's a pain in the butt. So, yeah, your computer lists for a little while. But I know you're happy to do it for me, so it's all good.
You knew what now?
I know you're happy to do that for me, so it's all good.
Sure. I have no problem with that.
I know that. Because you're a good egg. All right, let me see. Thanks, Orla. Just checking what the ladies are talking about. All right, let's smooth out some of this shadow. So did you get Warren set up?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Got him fixed.
Cool. You're the man. Robert travels the world helping people. And then comes home and gorges himself on chocolate chip cookies.
I'm gonna turn into a chocolate chip.
You are. You're going to turn into just one great cookie.
So warm on it, some more outside's not done.
All right, let's see what it looks on screen. That's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. I'm liking it a lot. Okay, that's all going to be done with black, and I might just do it with pen. All right, let's go ahead. Do the brown real quick. I didn't get the brown out of the Mission Gold. I just used the M Graham that's sitting here because it didn't really matter to me. Just get a coat on this branch. I'm going to go right over his claws because I'm going to come back in with black on those anyway, so won't have to worry about them. Ooh, that's too bright. Thanks, Joan. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add some green in here. I think I'm going to have more green in these leaves than the napkin had, but I'll come back in and finish those. All right, so let's see where we're at here. I want that really, really light. His beak doesn't really have any colors, so I think I'm going to leave it white. And I'll just draw black on it. And then that's black. Oh, I need some nice brown in his eyes. Okay. It's almost a brown red. Okay. Just ignore that for the time being. It'll all work out in the end. Hey, Roxy, did you come to help? I love when you help me art. I really don't. I'm lying to the cat. I hate it when she comes to help me art. Do you think I need help? Huh? Look at her. There she comes. It's always fun to have a cat come and visit you when you're watercoloring. Makes everything so darn easy. Come here. Show the ladies your pretty face. Here, show them. Say hi. You're a good girl. Now get lost. Scram-a-doodle. There you go. Thank you. And don't, before anybody says anything, I'm not mean to my cat. That cat gets more attention than anybody on the planet, if she wants it, but it has to be entirely on her terms. Entirely on her terms. I fed you, by the way, Roxy. There's food over there. When I try and art on the couch, she's very soft. But at night, I typically sit on the couch and art, and she's always there with me. It drives her crazy if there's anything but her on my lap. She's back up on the table again. Why don't you get up on the window? Get up on the window. Okay, that's good. I like that. That bird, I'm liking this bird's face a lot right now. All right, we're going to finish this one real quick. This one has a lot of black. So I'm going to add some, I think that orangish yellow in here just in case I don't get it completely blacked in. I want some yellow up here. Okay, now I need the dark, pretty purple. She's sitting over here on the edge just watching me like, you are so evil. You're evil.
Hi, Roxy. Where's the kitty cat?
Okay. Purple on his head now. The little bluebird's so chubby. He is, but he's chubby in both of them. I think I drew his proportions kind of accurately. Cat's gonna puke. Aren't you glad you get to be here for that? What'd you eat, Roxy? All right, hang on just a second, you guys. I didn't know how to mute it, or I would have muted that for you guys. Hang on. What's the matter, sweetie pie? You be okay? Here, puke on that. There you go. Good girl. Poor girlie. She puked on Robert's magazine. You shouldn't laugh. That's so mean. But that magazine, Robert won't even know that it's in the trash now. Sorry about that. It'll all get cleaned up later. What the hell? That's more of a blue purple. That's pretty. Yeah, I guess it is normal cat behavior. All right, that's gonna be green. That's black. I think I should have put a little bit more green in there. I think I will now. Just looking at this, seeing if there's anything I want to fix before I start inking. That's black. That could use a little red. That's going to mostly be black, but I'm going to try and let some of that red show through. His beak is black and white. All right. Yeah. She has a track behind all the cupboards and then she hides under the sink. All right. This down here has no ink in it at all, and I don't think I'm going to add ink when I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the white spaces. It looks fluorescent to me. It won't dry fluorescent though. You okay, sweetie pie? Huh? You want to come up here and sit with your mama? You can puke on me. Let me come up here, Roxy. Now I feel bad for her. You want to come up, Roxy? A Z box waiting. You know it's a good day when there's a Z box waiting. All right, let's put in some, what color is that? That's like blue. Do some blue brown in here. In fact, I need to get it wet first so it will move however it wants to move. Okay, that's better. Oh, and that light blue. Probably the closest thing I have to that. What do I think? What do I think? Maybe I'll do it in this one. I'm just going to put it here on the mat because I just need a little tiny bit of it. Because it's this flower up here and I just want a little tiny bit of it. That's probably too much. And it won't bleed too far into that flower because I was almost painting that dry. So there wasn't any water for it to flow into. So that is okay. All right, all that's going to get done with pen. I do want a little bit darker purple. Okay. I think I've got all the colors down. Unless I see something when I'm going over this. I'm going to go over that with that green one more time because it goofed up there. I don't like that. Trying to soften that hard edge. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is probably not the best paper in the world to do that, but that's okay. Oh, okay. That's kind of a hard edge too, but whatever. Live and learn. And I can't fix that because that's where the napkin starts. Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys another thing about the paste. I saw Vaughn I put these on the bird pictures on there with this rice paper paste that you guys told me I had to buy. And then I saw Vaughn show a video of it later. And I probably shouldn't do this while that's underneath it, but I do like this paste. The only problem is it takes a while to dry. Like if you guys are used to matte medium dries relatively quickly, like within just a few minutes, really. This stuff takes a little bit longer to dry. But when Vaughn showed the video of hers, she showed it just really fluid. And mine is, I mean, it'll move, but mine's not as runny as Vaughn's. And I don't know if that's because while I was using it, I left it open and it dried out a little bit or whatever. But I have to say, I don't know if it was one of these napkins because I glued down a couple of things at the same time. But I wanted to move it after I'd already gotten the napkin down. And the napkin wasn't all the way glued down. It was just like in one place. I could pick the napkin up and it did not tear. It did not tear at all. I was able to move the napkin, smush it right back down with my paintbrush. I was using a paintbrush, an old icky one. And it just smoothed right out, just perfectly, beautifully. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good paste. I think I could do the same thing. It does not tear the napkins, but I kind of think I could do the same sort of thing with matte medium. Just saying. But I do like the paste. All right, now to finish this, I'm going to get out some black ink. Now I have to decide which black do I want to use. Do I want to use a microperm? That's kind of a big nib. Let's see what all I got here to play with. I got a 02. You know that one's going to be too, well, that one's not bad. 03. Let's start with the 02. See how it does. I've got a 01 here too. I just got myself all brand new ones out. Yeah, I think I'll use that for here around the, right, making sure you guys can see. Oh, wait, before I do this, sorry, I forgot the brown for the branch because I'm such a dope. I'm in such a hurry. He's going to look goofy just hanging out with a line down his gut, right? That's fine. All right. And his claws are going to be, I was thinking gray, light black. I got a little place here that I forgot. Okay. Where's the gray? I just used a little bit of it. For his little talons, how about that? Because they're not really black, they're more gray. So I'll just go ahead and do that and then do the detail with pen. Again, I was using pretty much dry up there, so it's not going to move. And those I'm going to do with pen, so I don't have to worry. All right, I can do his up around his face. I don't want to get down into where it's wet. I'll be sorry if I do that. So here we go. This is when it gets a little nerve-wracking because there's, at this point, no room for error. You goof up now, you're just screwed. That's it. Okay, let me check real quick. It's not going through, so that's nice. I'll do all the big areas in black with this bigger pen, and then I'll come back in with the smaller pen. This is probably the part that I like the best when you start adding the detail and it starts looking like real. This is when I really, really like it. And I'll do the eyes, of course, with the real, real small pen. And then this one gets a lot of black. Okay, let me see what I got going on here. Now I've gotten real quiet. Sorry, you guys. I do this when I think or I draw or anything like that, so I'm sorry. Just the way I work. That's why I don't draw on stream a lot, because I know I get really quiet because I'm paying attention. There we go. I like that better. All right. The silence never bothers you. Thank goodness, Debbie, because it got really silent. And I'm going to go ahead and do a real light outline. Just to even up the edges, because I was kind of messy. All right, he needs a big old eye now. Draw my circle first. I lost some of the green around his eye, but that'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right. I'm going to add just a little bit of white right back in here. Oops. All right, the flowers, I'm not going to do any ink on them. I'm just going to leave them. But looking in the camera, I'm liking my bird and their bird. I'd say I did a fairly accurate depiction. You guys can't see the red up here on, and maybe I should make it not quite so red, but that was red up in here, even on the napkin. So I'll just darken it a little bit with a pen with some cross hatching. And that looks more closely like what it is. I might add some little bit of dark in here. All right, now this one. They look good when you get their eyes finally in, you know? Dee Dee knows that. And they show his beak is white, but he has a nice round eye. Sorry, I got to get it where I can draw. I'm going to have to add the white around his eye back in because I just obliterated it. Come on, pen. Work with me here. Okay. There we go. I like that. I'm liking my little birds. He looks really good. How fast I am. I don't think this has been fast at all. I feel like this has taken me for freaking ever. I wish this was a little bit darker orange. I may have to go back in and fix that. And I can do that now because by using a micron pen, the micron won't move. So I can go back in and make whatever corrections I feel like are necessary. So remember that if you're going to go back in and do ink work later, if you're not going to go back in and make corrections, hell, it doesn't matter. But if you think you might have to go back in and do some corrections later, be sure and use a waterproof pen. Test it before you use it. I happen to know these, so I'm okay with them. But yeah, test them before you use them. Just darken that a little bit. The blue one looks sassy. If that's the case, I'll name it Amy. Yeah, well, the thing is, like this little bird, he's hunched down a little bit more. So I didn't get that depicted just accurately. I think I got too much round on his head. Because, see, the reason I did these is so I could go back later and critique my work. And I want to be pretty harsh on myself, actually. I think that's the way I learn, is if I go back and I critique it, and to me, it's just the way I can learn. Um, say, well, you know, the reason that happened is a lot of times it's going to be your initial drawing wasn't, you know, accurate. And I think with him, that's probably the case, that I didn't get his hunch just perfect, but who cares, right? I can live with that. But I will go back and critique this now, because I really am trying to learn. I really am. And for no more than I practice and do, I've probably done fairly well. I mean, I'm You might come back in here and add some lavender to that flower later. I don't know. Just see. And I may get done here and decide you're done. Go fix dinner. This one's got a lot more detail, obviously. All right, let's see. This is actually going to end up like that. You know what? It would be fun to do like a journal of bird's eyes, because if you've ever noticed, every bird's eye is different. The shape of it's different. The color of it is different. It's like, I think you could do a whole journal of nothing but bird's eyes. And that needs to be a little bit darker, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, bird's eyes are just really weird. You spent too much at Xander's shop. Oh, well, YOLO, Eileen. You only live once, girl. This one I should have added more color to, and I may yet. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. Her Roxiness is back. All right, this needs to come down. Getting close, boys and girls. Maybe again a few little. I'm going to fix this leaf in here. I really just absolutely ignored it, but I'll fix it after this stream. Add a little bit more color so it doesn't look so weird. Easily doable. All right, let me take a look and see how we're doing. Oops, I forgot the little line on his beak. Add some little white red in there. Yep, that might be a little too much. Oops. All right, looking in the camera. See how much you guys can see. I don't know, I got the angles wrong a couple. The angle of this head is a little bit wrong. He's not as scrunched down as he could be. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with him. I mean, I think it was a good exercise to have something there to paint with. You like mine best? Really, Kathy? Oh my God, I kiss you on the lips. I think it was a good exercise for, oh, you know what? This flower's just like hanging out there. It's not attached to anything. So let's just attach that little bad boy while we've got the paint out. Oh, you guys, you're so nice. Good call on the fluorescent orange. Sometimes, I don't know, and maybe it's experience, you guys. I don't have a huge amount of experience. I mean, I've done art for a long time, but I think sometimes you just know when it feels right, I guess. Ian, thank you so much. That means a lot because I admire your work so much. But we've all got to start somewhere, you guys. You could cut them into quads and collage to something else. Yeah, it's your art, Mary. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it. You know, that's how I feel, is it's yours. You want to cut it up and slap it on something else, you get on it, bad girl. I think this was a good exercise for me, and I think I will do it again. I think it was a very good learning experience, not only for just the sketching, you know, getting your sketching accurate. I could have spent more time on the sketches and maybe done a little bit better, but that's okay. But then on the painting, because the painting is what I'm really trying to get better at. To know what to do in certain situations, how to fix things, how to, you know, just, yeah. So I appreciate you guys hanging in with me with all the problems I had getting going. Yeah, Eileen didn't fall asleep only because you and Colleen were there to keep her awake, Kathy. You're watching a lot of Mary's mixed media. Oh, there's worse things you can do with your time, Mary Berry. I promise you. I love Mary. Did you see the crappy watercolors that Lindsay has? She tweeted at least she could alter the tin they came in. Oh my gosh, no, I hadn't seen that. I watch occasionally her videos, but I don't watch all of them. Not all of them. But yeah, I can see a few things I'd do a little bit different, and I'll go over them later a little bit more harshly. But I would say this wasn't a bad exercise for me. Really, this was a pretty good exercise for me. So try it, you guys. And I think you could do this with any grade of product out there. So don't get all hung up on you don't have the best products, because you can do it without the best products. This is about as cheap a watercolor paper as you can buy, and you can get good results. So just remember that, please. I just don't want to be a product snob, you know? I want you to feel like you can do it with anything you've got. So anyway, I really do appreciate you guys hanging in with me, bearing with me during the watercolor stream. Yeah, it was fun, and I'm liking what I did, and I'm going to do more of it. How about that? And Cooey, if you watch this, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to play with these more and kind of see how they're different. I love their little houses. It wouldn't matter if there was nothing inside. I love the little houses. So, yeah, everybody has different tastes and opinions, what they like. Find what works for you. Yeah, just try it more than anything. Just do it. I think putting yourself outside your comfort zone, like doing this on stream, is definitely outside of my comfort zone. But when you realize that I don't have an embarrassment gene in me, like I'll say anything, I'll do anything, I don't embarrass very easily. Yeah, put yourself out there, outside your comfort zone. With handmade watercolors, you are standing in front of a new rabbit hole. Hey, Lena, don't go there. Oh, Kathy's going to stream next, opening a Z-Box. Yay, Kathy. Thanks, Amy. And thanks for my fun toys. Love you, girly. And I'll talk to you here soon, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm out of here, boys and girls. Go do some fun art, and I'll catch you around somewhere. I'll see you on the internets. Love you guys. And Xandra is on at 7 Eastern, so go there. All right. Love you guys. See you. Bye.